And we'll please stand for our opening exercise. Heavenly Father, thank you for bringing us here safely tonight. Please allow us to return home and thank condition we rise here. Please take care of the people who need your help and your prayers. We are very fortunate to live in this country where we get to have freedoms that other people do not know anything about. Please keep us safe, and thank you for every good blessing that goes unnoticed every day that we have. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Freedom of Information Act, in compliance with the Freedom of Information Act, notice of this meeting and its agenda was provided to all news media and persons requesting notification. Roll call, please. Commissioner Brown, yes. Commissioner Clifford, here. Commissioner Grant, here. Commissioner Lawson, here. Commissioner Milliken, here. Commissioner Colson, here. Commissioner Wilson, here. Oral and written petitions, if anybody has signed in to say anything about who signed in. Do we have anyone that signed in? I did. Can I speak at the end? I just like to see the commission. Yes. And okay. I just wanted to say thank you, everyone who works with the services is wonderful and very valuable for our community. But here today, I have epilepsy and I've been into 20 years in chronic. And it was rare. My husband, we've been together for 14 years, but we knew that it was time to call 911. And the firefighter is violent. I was not here today. So I just really value everything you all do anyway, but especially I think for me to stay alive. Okay, the consent agenda, I noticed one thing that needs to be fixed in B, so normally we pass it together, but I think that it's just a little typo with a repeat sentence. Here, I've got something as well. Okay. And is it an A? Is it in the regular commission meeting? It's an A. Okay. The way this is worded on the Oxford election, that Millicent and Wolsey were excluded from the nomination, we excluded ourselves from the nomination. So I would use the word excluded by the commission for whatever reason. Yeah, just read that. I got it. So if you could make that change here, Millicent and Wolsey excluded themselves from the nomination, and then on B, you would cross out Poston because she was elected above, and we would say Commissioner Brown Crouch. I think it's just Commissioner Brown Crouch was excluded from the nomination. And then on C, it was Milliken excluded herself from the nomination because Poston and Wolsey were elected above. Okay, the changing noted. Yeah, I just think it's important for anyone reading these to know that he excluded ourselves. Right, yeah, for whatever reason. That makes perfect sense. And in the Ways and Means Committee meeting of February 14th, and it was page 203, section 4, the second bullet point down. I'm sorry, the third bullet point down is just a repeat of the same sentence, so just one of those needs to be taken out. Are there any other amendments or corrections to the meeting minutes for you? I move to accept and with correction.
Right.
And the questions that I have vote for that. It's not over out on the right of the kind of.
Commissioner Brown,
Yes. Commissioner Pritchard.
Yes.
Commissioner Grant.
Yes.
Commissioner Laughlin.
Yes.
Commissioner Middleton.
Yes.
Commissioner Colston.
Yes.
Commissioner Woolsey.
Yes.
Mr. Chair, you will approve.
Okay, January district management report.
All right, so it's great to be back in action and back in front of the commission tonight. As usual, we got a lot going on with the district. Please hold off. Any questions until I get through my report? I can field the questions after that. The district will continue its effort to keep the island clean. It is next to adopt a highway opportunity on Saturday, the 19th of March. The other 2022 dates are also all Saturday, and the date after the 19th of March is the 9th of April and the 11th of June, 2022. We meet at the corner of Fort Johnson and Folly Road at 8 a.m. And I appreciate everyone's effort to keep the island clean. We will be meeting back here again in Town Hall at 6:30 on Monday, the 14th of March, for the third scheduled Ways and Means Committee meeting to discuss fiscal year 23 annual budget resolution. And then 2 weeks later, after that, we have the regular commission meeting on Monday, the 28th of March, at 7 p.m. here at Town Hall for the regular commission meeting in March. The district's team building event was rescheduled for Thursday, the 28th of April, 2022 at 1 p.m. at Fire Station number 1. And so we'll have more information on the team building event with Outback Team Building. All commissioners are invited to attend the charity bike build event, where the theme of the event is we're all on the same team. We will be limited to 40 participants, so I'm asking for commissioners to let me know if they will not be able to attend this event at the end of April. We'll be splitting up into 8 different teams, each team consisting of 5 members to build a bike for a great cause. So if the commissioners aren't able to attend, we'll supplement that with JIPSD staff to participate in the team building event. As far as COVID, I'm happy to report that all 7 of DHEC's key indicators have been on decline since our last meeting. The most recent data available for the key indicators is last Sunday, the 20th of February, 2022. Those include rates of cases per 100,000 individuals, rates of tests per 100,000 individuals, percent positive tests. Of great importance is the decline in deaths by report date, hospitalizations, and ICU hospitalizations, as well as COVID patients on ventilators. So what I put in front of each one of you starts with this, with the red, yellow, and green box on the front page, and this is the most recently updated CDC guidance. This was put out last Friday, the 25th of February, 2022, titled Use and Care of Masks. And I emailed the commissioners for the hard copy so you have a good understanding of the most recent guidance updated by the CDC. The fire department has been attending the county COVID conference calls, and I sent an update of an email that the chief put a synopsis together on the most recent one of those. In there, of note, so I received my 4 free COVID packs. That was last week. So if you have not done so, you can order up to 4 free COVID tests for your household at www.covidtests.gov. And this is important because in the chief synopsis of the last county COVID conference call, he had plans to significantly reduce access to free COVID testing effective the 1st of April 2022. And so in there, if you get your free COVID test, obviously throughout March, it's going to stay the same, and then the 1st of April is when DHEC's going to limit that access to the free COVID testing. The state legislature has Bill 3126 and is sitting in the Senate Committee on Finance that would prohibit the state or any political subdivision including school districts from enacting COVID-19 vaccine mandates for any employee, independent contractor, non-employee vendor, or student as a condition of employment or attendance. So again, that's Bill 3126 through the House and the Senate, and obviously the Senate Committee on Finance meets. They're in talks about the state budget. This is when the Senate Finance Committee meets. So if there's action, just want to make you aware of that. So I remain hopeful that the downward trend in COVID cases continues and we're coming to the end of the pandemic. However, I urge anybody that has not been vaccinated, please reconsider. Getting vaccinated is the best way to help protect yourself and your loved ones. The other handout I put in front of you is associated with solid waste, and it comes from the county attorney, and it's a one-pager from the 22nd of February, 2022. And I wanted to provide the members of the Commission a communication from the Charleston County Attorney, Ms. Natalie Ham. And what it concerns is the solid waste allocation system review. Solid Waste Services Director Desmond and I corroborated that several of our counterparts received the exact same communication from the county attorney. Much like the JIPSD solid waste regulations that were recommended to the Commission after review of the Solid Waste Committee, this is formal notification that the county is going to establish allotments for the amount of solid waste materials hauled to the landfill by each population area. We be sure that more communication is provided to the county when the county provides further details. It's very vague. So I want to applaud the Commission for updating the proposed solid waste regulations last year, and all the other public solid waste haulers will be forced to make solid waste regulation changes to ensure that they stay within the county's determined allotment. What's not on there and what's coming is what happens if you go over your allotment, and that's to be determined. So I wanted the Commission to also understand that this communication is coming from the county attorney's office. The county attorney is contracted with Kessler Consulting associated with negotiating the major function, privatizing the major function of the county's environmental management. Kessler Consulting has been contracted by the county attorney to negotiate terms to privatize the operation of the county's material recovery facility, often referred to as the MRF, privatize the county composting operation. The county's curbside collection of recyclables was awarded, privatized to Republic, and that will become effective the 1st of July, 2022. So Republic is going to be picking up the curbside recycling. Please keep in mind that due to the nature of the county attorney contracting with Kessler Consulting, all the updates to the terms of privatizing the landfill are under attorney-client privilege and discussed by county council in executive session. It is the belief of both Solid Waste Services Director Desmond and myself that the communication provided is a direct result of the county realizing it cannot privatize the landfill operation without first enforcing regulations on the amount of material flow coming into the landfill. Quite simply, they're running out of room. No private entity would contract with the county to operate the landfill unless there were proper regulations for all public haulers to follow. The Solid Waste Director Desmond has noticed with his trips over to the landfill, they recently calibrated the scale. The landfill has more paths that have recently been paved, and that is making the county's landfill operation more attractive to be privately operated by a third-party vendor. Walter and I continue to monitor the county meeting agenda. They have a committee, the environmental management, that hasn't met since September of 2020, so it's been a while. To give you an understanding, when Republic was awarded the contract, it was done so in executive session on a finance committee, and they went into executive session, came out the 23rd of September, made a recommendation to award the contract. The county privatized and sign that contract by the full council in 28. So there's only 5 days in between. This is going to be a similar situation where it's negotiated behind the scenes, come out of the committee, boom, here you go. And at this point, we're kind of on a need-to-know basis. And right now, we don't need to know until the contract is signed, and then we're left to deal with whoever wins the contract. So, we have been communicating with our counterparts, other public waste haulers, to let them know, this is next, this is what's coming. And so when there's more information on that, or we have a better understanding of how this is going to pan out in the county, we'll be sure to keep the commission apprised. The monthly financial package that was in the district manager report, that's now through 7 months of reporting. And so I wanted to bring your attention to several different things. I'm just going to talk about the summary, okay? So the summary, last month, the commissioners will note that the figures associated with the total general fund revenue I reported was $2.8 million. And that was due to residents paying their property taxes earlier than the due date of Tuesday, the 18th of January. You will notice, and I'm very happy to report, that the district's general fund revenue has jumped up to $5,768,934, and that's just shy of a $3 million increase from last month to this month. And a reporting period as far as December, figures through December, figures through January 2022. This means that the district's general fund revenue for this year, this fiscal year, is more than doubled in the last month. Commissioners will see another significant jump in general fund revenue next month when figures are reported through February 2022. So just today, the district received 2 distribution checks from the county totaling over $1.9 million. Finance was working very diligently to get those checks deposited so that we can book the revenue today, the last day of the month, where the reporting period ends, and so that $1.9 million will be captured next month. So I hope to be able to report to the commission that by next month, the general fund revenue will be closer to $8 million as these figures are reported through February 2022, which means we're getting closer. This significant jump in revenue is best illustrated by the fact that 7 months through fiscal year 22, this is the first time where you will see total general fund revenue of $5.7 million now exceed the total general fund expenditures of $4.9 million. So we were in the red for the first 7 months. This goes back to the concept of the need for the district to maintain a sizable fund balance in reserve for the general fund operation to be fully functional. The timing issue delaying general fund revenue distribution means that the district needs a minimum of 7 months of general fund balance saved up as a reserve to operate until those revenues catch up with the expenses. So, 7 months through fiscal year 22, the district's expenditures would be targeted at 58.3%. You simply divide 7 months by 12 months, and that $4,991,000 figure of total general fund expenditures represents 56.8. That's just slightly under the 8.7 million of total general fund expenditures appropriated for fiscal year 22. So keep that same target in mind of the 58.3. The total wastewater fund revenue, $5,688,890, is slightly above at 63.4%, while the total wastewater fund expenditures of $4,359,000 is well below the target of that 46%, or well below the 58% target at 46% expended. So commissioners will remember the timing issues that I brought up last month associated with scheduled payments on debt service, depreciation, and the commission-approved pump station rehab project. Those will catch up the wastewater expenditures closer to that target over the last 5 months of fiscal year 22. And so that ends my district manager report.
In regard to the county and, what are we doing? What can we do? We're gonna start out again.
We're gonna go to the meetings and start asking questions. So, I've seen this story before, Walter's seen this story before. We're speaking with our counterparts, this is what's happening. Nobody's not gonna know what's going on until, boom, hey, comes out of executive session, and everybody's gonna be left holding the bag. If Republic is taking over curbside recycling, the 1st of July, 2022, something tells me the landfill operations are not far behind. So honestly, we have meetings in March and April to kind of get loud about it, to ask questions, what's going on, why doesn't anybody know what's going on? The big question is, hey, you're working on these allotments, what happens if we go over the allotment? Is that a tipping fee? How is that calculated? You guys go from, well, the county goes from whatever you want, just bring it to the landfill, we'll figure it out, to all of a sudden, there's going to be calculations when our trucks go over those scales to see how much we're bringing in. So our effort to be able to regulate how much we're picking up is going to pay dividends because you're going to see the rest of the municipalities have to enforce regulations. Otherwise, they're going to start going over their allotment, and that means money. There's no way to go but ask questions. Bring it to light so that maybe we have an understanding. Who's coming up with these calculations? Where is it? What's the rationale? What's the methodology? How is this happening? And then again, the area has experienced tremendous growth. If they say, well, we used to do this, we're not doing this anymore. Well, what's the plan here? Long term, if you're running out of space in the landfill, that means there's going to be a transfer station here to go ship it somewhere else. And we don't know how that's going to work either. We don't know the long-term plan. And that's why it's concerning everything that's getting done beyond.
So right now, we just understand, so we don't know what's going on. We don't have any conversations right now.
No, and that's by design. Yes, sir.
This committee is looking at the rules and regulations and changes. Does it comprise all of the county council members, or is it just part of all of it?
Yes.
It will be all of them. What kind of responses do you think will be able to give the community impact as far as giving us some information when it comes to it?
So she's not going to be able to provide any information. It's, you know, it's attorney client privilege. Right?
It'll be all backroom.
Correct, and so that's, you know, the people that know what's going on are the county attorney, Kessler, and that's basically whoever negotiates.
Could we let her know a little more forcefully what our concerns are?
I emailed them. And I, you know, used my follow-up from my email last April that said, what's going on with this? These are our concerns. And I brought this to the commission like, hey, this is probably where this is going. Well, here we are. 10 months later, what's going on? And so, you know, it follows the same path and what the other ones have been privatized, and how curbside recycling is privatized and following it. And, you know, if you have a public process where they're getting RFPs, then we at least know what they're contracting for and what that looks like for, you know, what the responses are. We don't really know. Not knowing, you know, where.
Nothing else? Yes, I had questions about the actual report from today, but I mean, I know that the former county council was part of that report, but they have been in discussions about this for about 5 or 6 years. So that this has been brewing. But my questions were about the different departmental reports. And at this time, this budget year, just since July, we've lost 15 employees, as opposed to 8 at this time, 7 months in. Last budget year, we had another two people who I guess were fired in the last month. That was involuntary separations. We had another person quit. That was a voluntary separation. So I'm wondering if the commission and the chair's approval could possibly get a short report from Lisa. How many employees we have, how many unfilled positions we have, how many positions are we advertising, who's leaving from where. I mean, I think that's really important. I mean, when I started a year ago, I thought we had maybe about 80 people. It was always kind of unclear because there were so many unfilled positions. But for us to be 15 people in 7 months is a lot, and then 3 more in the last 30 days. That's really concerning. The sick hours are super high. It was a 320% increase, so I don't know if it's COVID. Then it's real hard or what happened there, but you know, obviously there was a lot of sick time. I'm wondering about the fire EMS calls. You know, y'all have just so many of those in the last 4 weeks, 153. Do you know why that went up so much? EMS calls for fire, huge increase. Anybody know?
I don't know.
No.
Okay.
No, it's just happens, it's just the ebb and flow of
Okay.
emergency response.
Okay. I mean, accidents or people sick at home or.
Oh, I mean, they fired me.
You're in 4 weeks.
Yeah.
So thank goodness, but I just thought it was interesting that they were so high. And then the disconnects on wastewater are just absolutely amazing. A 93% increase. We went from 27 this time last year to 52. So we had 52 sewer disconnects January of 2020. Reconnects is 44. So for the year, for the 7 months, we've had 279 disconnects from sewer, whereas we had 100 this time last year. So we are cutting a lot of people off. So it would be great to have a wastewater meeting and, you know, talk about that and see what's going on. You know,
Maybe a sign for the email audio.
Okay. It's human waste. Yeah, I mean, it would be good to hear from Mr. Hoffman on the disconnects. And I'll try to hurry, but I'm going to real quick. The 7 months in is kind of important. Oh, I continue to be really confused by the commissioner expenses that are in 2 different places on the financials. And I don't know why we budgeted $28,000 for that when that is so much less than we're paid. To see, that always shows that we're in the red on commissioner's expenses when, I mean, when you like add up what we make times 12, it doesn't make any sense. So anybody who looks at our financials would be like, what are the commissioners doing? Why are they $7,000 in the red there? So that needs to be sorted out at some time because we're not spending any commission money. It's getting paid out. And that needs to be clear to the customer and citizen.
The mail of the packets, the overnight goes, the water, the phone, the supplies, so there are commission expenses.
Well, those aren't on a different line item. This is just our salary, and it's in 2 places, it's in the general fund and it's in the proprietary fund. So I just don't make a sense to me, so it's explain. Because every month we're in the red by a lot, so as compared to what we budgeted. So that doesn't really make sense. A lot here. So we stopped in July of last year, we stopped allowing folks to not pay during the pandemic or late bills, is that right?
I don't know the specific time frame when we started disconnecting.
Well, the non-payment fee under the proprietary fund for wastewater, we budgeted what would come in revenues for non-payment fees at $50,000. Right now, y'all, 7 months in, we have $110,000 in late fees. So I mean, we are hitting James Oliver's hard and late fees, super hard. We have more than double what we thought we would bring in on late fees. That's just a 221% increase in what we thought we would bring in. And, you know, I think I called one of y'all to talk about impact fees. It's so low, it's a joke. So we really ought to look at impact fees that developers pay this year. I hope we can put that in the budget. But, you know, what we're here for is finances and to ask Dave about those things. So that's what I wanted to quickly do. So I appreciate that. Thank you.
Also, I would like, I think Ms. Commissioner House, your administrator, is that correct? Yes. Yes, and I think it's a reference to Lisa as well, that we should get a meeting. For the mere fact we've had a lot of employees leave. And I mentioned to her before, and I don't think she was so far, or maybe having like a climate survey done, and also possibly just an exit to find out why people are leaving. I sent dates and information as well as chief on recruiting, not just for the fire, but for other positions here at James Island. And I just want some more feedback. So if you would please get a meeting together, and also in reference to wastewater, I've been asked, like, why did some of the positions change? I have no clue. Like as far as the time some employees of so many years now are working weekends. And I have no clue. This was brought up to me when I was in school. So I just want more information, and it will be an administrative committee meeting to find out why these changes are taking place, who's making these decisions, and how, I mean, if you've been here X amount of years, to me, you should have some type of seniority. So I just need that to be taken into the administrative. I think we have, I think we've done good research. I think that a lot of those things we are asking out of the public, I think we do nice and all of them, and we have something. I'm not going to try to be a lot of and have thought, you know, about. I think that we have a district manager, and we have a concern. I think that the only fail is cost taken and guarantee because how you guys what's going on. Because everybody's pulling stuff out of the head and it's guaranteed. And I'm not willing to have a meeting on next week.
I can write.
I am not, and we don't have a meeting, I'm going to talk to the manager, and then I'm talking to them, talk to them. Don't talk about what I have a meeting. And I understand your point, but this is my committee for reform. In order for us to get answer on a specific committee, we need to take it to the committee, talk about it, and then discuss it at the regular committee. Talk to the manager, and that's why we have the manager, and that's why we have the manager as well. Let's talk to them, and they're kind of arguing, I'm talking about the committee chair. I emailed the committee chair, not today, and copy Dave, and I didn't reply yet.
May Commissioner Grant and myself schedule a meeting with the district manager to talk about some of my concerns in the financial and possibly her concerns for the administration. Well, I wasn't sure, you know, you were a lot of, I wanted to make sure, but, you know, speaking to your point, obviously you're chair of administrative and that's within your purview. You know, I think our understanding from training last year with Canberra and different folks is that when the committee member asked for a meeting, the committee chair, you know, is happy to accommodate that. And committees haven't met in a long time, but in the interim, you and I can certainly sit down today, because I have a lot of questions as well. Thanks.
And this concluding the district manager report and questions. Going on to number 6. Resolution number 22-02, approving the FORS application. I make a motion that we approve the FORS application.
Second for discussion of it.
Second, I know second, and discussion?
Okay. Yeah, what we have here in front of us is already filled in the 7, commissioners voted for this application to be made to the court. And I'm in full understanding that this passed the commission as part of the budget or, the idea of meeting the firemen and the court's requirement is already exposed with the commission, correct? But to have the 7 have all, to have already filled within the 7 have approved this application, I think that's premature. It should be stamped draft. But I believe our bylaws say that we can't say how we're going to vote on something, so I don't want to do that. But I do want to say that it's my understanding that the reason we're able to transfer the firemen into court retirement is because we freed up some money by canceling all of our retiree health benefits. That's how some money was freed up to be able to do this. As you know, I was opposed to that. This course involves a larger contribution from the district into the fireman's retirement fund. I know that that is an awesome deal for them. I think that's great for y'all. I know that tons and tons, people gave us a list of 400 fire departments that are in court. So I think that this is a great deal for y'all. But, we're a district that has several different divisions, not just fire. So as I was someone who really questioned the ending of the retiree health care benefits, this is something that I don't feel good about.
Any other questions? Any questions? Roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Brown,
Yes.
Commissioner Clifford,
Yes.
Commissioner Grant, no. Commissioner Lawson,
Yes.
Commissioner Middleton,
No.
Commissioner Poston,
Yes.
Commissioner Williams. Yes. Motion carries 5-2.
Approval of solid waste automated side loader truck, Walter Desmond, Director of our services. And in our packet, there's information regarding that as well. Walter?
We're looking for approval by the side loader to replace one of our older patterns, and we'll reduce future labor costs. Does anybody have any questions? Does everybody have any questions on the reading information that we provided you? Yes.
I just wanted to verify, because I think they have a typo, and what also is a letter that should be marked around in our packet that is to the distributor to typo here, and I think it should be 365,000. Okay, so the letter should read 365, 30081. And so the body is 158,000, the chassis is 195,000, so we're looking at 364,000.
You put $10,000 into the, because we have not written the purchase order yet. So some of that may change. Just a little brief synopsis of why we're doing this right now. Production slots are hard to come by. We just had a letter from International. We had received an email this morning from the Building International. And for those that run the same contract, I encourage him to get his customers to do exactly what we're doing now, because it's lots of things same as the side of it. All kinds of production problems out there now. Labor problems, raw material problems, so that's, as soon as we get the slot, as soon as they can get us a slot, we just want to make sure that we're getting these vehicles in the budget.
And so if you understand, I mean, what we're looking at is a 14 to 15 month lead time between when we order and when we're actually gonna take possession of the truck. So it's not as bad as the ladder truck is 23 months. This we're talking April or May of 2023, so we have to take possession. So if we have a prayer of using the fiscal year 23 appropriation for this truck, that's what we're trying to be able to solidify. What we're up against is basically a lot of the fiscal years start the 1st of July. And a lot of government entities wait till the 1st of July to cut that purchase order. By then, their production slots are going to be eaten up, and we're talking probably 2 years or more to be able to get a truck. So the price continues to go up. You know, there's supply chain issues, as Walter alluded to, the recently developing disruptions in the international community. That's not going to help. And so we want to be able to get the price locked in, and we want to be able to get this moving so that money will follow.
This is general fund, and in terms of how we finance this, is it bond or loans?
So what we would do is would be a capital purchase agreement. And so when we put possession of the truck again, we would have to have a resolution of intent to reimburse ourselves. So the district would fund the cash, and as the resolution to reimburse, we would be able to get the financing and reimburse ourselves with the proceeds from the financing of capital.
I mean, this is a big question to ask at this juncture, but are you looking at an increase in property taxes to the taxpayer to fund requiring public way?
Not
For
this
next
year.
budget.
So there's no, we're at capacity.
So we can do this without a diligence.
For fiscal year 23, it's not possible. We're at the maximum.
Already.
So, correct. So there would have to be room there associated with the calculation of CPI, plus the population growth in that county, so there needs to be capacity to consider tax increase in fiscal year 23. It's not possible in fiscal year 23, we're not at.
I'm looking forward to the automotive stuff. For those who don't know, the package of the regular auto stuff, and there's at least one or two people hanging off the back of it, loading and then stuff. And nobody wants that job. It's going on now. And I am always concerned about safety. Anytime a public servant gets out of the vehicle and steps on that road, whether it's a state trooper or a garbage man, they could be injured. And having the automated trucks where the driver almost never gets out of the vehicle, and throw that clean up in there and with all these cameras and monitors is safe. And we will save on labor because we are, I trucks is it a 1-2-man crew or 3-man crew, so we're saving two jobs that nobody wants. And it's a dangerous job that we don't want. And that truck will probably pay for itself in vehicle and labor costs.
You're correct when you say that nobody wants that job anymore. Literally an impossible position. Not impossible, but it's a struggle to fill. From a safety standpoint, you're absolutely correct also. When my former employer went automated, they had a ridiculous amount, I can't remember the exact percentage of workers' comp claims that just went away. The other part of it is, I might be doing this myself, you can be 70 years old and pick that truck, and it's not gonna physically beat you up like it's something you can do as long as you do it.
Well, I make a motion to approve the solid waste automated truck. Second by Commissioner Poston. Roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Brown,
Yes.
Commissioner Clifford,
Yes.
Commissioner Grant? Yes. Commissioner Lawson? Commissioner Middleton? Yes. Commissioner Colson?
Yes.
Commissioner Williams? Yes. Motion carries unanimously.
Item number 8, approval of solid waste dump truck. Walter Desmond.
Hello. Been a while. This is basically the same situation, trying to get a production slaughter, we get a letter of intent out there. Just a kind of an example, I ordered a dump truck in July of 2020, it was sitting in the yard, I think November 1st of 2020. This current production slot, if approved by the commission, the chassis will not even be built until February of 2023. And we will get that dump truck at the very tail end of 2022. So that's how much they can change. It is a 4 or 5 month turnaround to turn into the whole entire year. This is going to replace the 2008 relic that we have in the yard with a motor that is protected from the original. Anybody have any questions on the estimate we provided?
No further discussion, roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Brown? Commissioner Colson?
Yes.
Commissioner Grant? Yes. Commissioner Lawson? Commissioner Middleton? Yes. Commissioner Colson? Yes. Commissioner Williams? Yes. Motion carries unanimously.
Item 9, committee and GIPSD representative report for our Ways and Means Committee meeting that we just had on February 14th.
So, obviously, we talked about, capital items on the 18th of October, 2021. And then what we kind of showed you on Valentine's Day was what that looks like with capital items of the operating budget. Obviously, we have to go back, create the actual budget document, show you what that resolution versus an ordinance is going to look like, so you have an understanding of what that will look like. And that's what's going to be coming up 2 weeks from tonight on the 14th of March.
I think you can be correct with some of the legal standpoint, right? And I may have misunderstood the point. I think we was in the discussion about the number of commissioners that have voted for the certification before being already on the sheet. It would not be appropriate. With 7 indicates that the number of who was elected officials, the actual number that voted for the resolution.
Sorry, I.
And that's on both applications.
Thank you, Chip, I apologize.
All right.
I got that wrong.
You want me to write
That's
something?
Correspondence and newspaper articles. Are there any? Number 11, oral and written petitions. 3 minutes is the time allotted for anybody who wishes to speak.
Florence Miles? Florence Miles? Can you just come up front and see it?
Florence Miles, I'm the owner of 2021 on Folly Road. I've been in operation since 2000. I'm here to question your new policy on delinquent accounts for your use and rate ordinance 2021-02, or at least what seems to be the improper implementation of this policy. As it stands, it seems the PSC has implemented a policy which sets the trap for unsuspecting customers so as to extort business. In light of your comments that there's double. On February 17th, I opened my February bill to discover that because my January bill was 1 day late, I didn't know. The due date for my February bill was moved up 2 weeks with no notification. I called the CFC to ask if my payment had posted and was told by the CSR that it had. But even though I was only 3 days late in February, due to the office due date, my service was already been business. To have the service restored, I had to pay a $50 fee plus a $100 fee. This was after hours after 3 p.m. Since my business is a laundromat, I had no choice but to pay the fee to avoid damages to my store and the laundry of my customers. The ordinance is vague and open to interpretation, but the bill memo clearly states that a delinquent account is one that is 30 days old, not 1 day, not 3 days, not 15 days, 30. I want to know who drafted this ordinance change, was it intended to be vague? Did you, the commission, realize that customers and constituents would be at risk of having a sewer service disconnected after being 1 day late? Have you considered the extensive damage resulting from raw sewage backing up in the front of the business and the resulting health hazards? This is an egregious application of a poorly drafted policy that is excessively punitive and damaging, especially in light of the financial and emotional hardship suffered by so many over the past few years. Reminder, this is not a private equity venture seeking to squeeze out profits that a public service is. I request a refund of our $150 fee. I ask the commission to review this vague and onerous policy and to amend it to be clear, fair, and reasonable, so that all PSB customers be clearly notified of the changes. I also request that all customers adversely affected by this change in policy be removed. I have a question. And whatever part of it is, if it doesn't say to run this, my food. It just says to deliver to the citizen.
So, I don't have paperwork on me, or you send it to me.
This is very upsetting, and they are very angry about it.
We thank you. 3 minutes. We got the point. Thank you. All right, we are now about to enter into executive session. I make a motion that we go into executive session. Roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Brown? Commissioner Clifford?
Yes.
Commissioner Grant?
Yes.
Commissioner Lawson?
Here.
Commissioner Middleton? Commissioner Colson? Commissioner Wilson?